The doctor will see you now.
Hi everyone, hello, it's me, Xander, the Jammin Doctor. It's your Friday night live from the Biscuit Tin for the Jammin Doctor live music podcast. Thank you so much for joining me once again, giving up your Friday night to play some games, do some quizzes, and of course, do some live music. And you're in charge of the show, folks. As I always say, if you're not enjoying it, kind of your own fault, because you're in charge of all the requests. So get your requests in, get the quiz answers in, not yet, because I've not given you the question yet, and generally just give me any chat to keep the show going. It is your show, as always. As I say, thank you to all my regular biscuiteers for joining me once again, making this your Friday night's entertainment. To anyone who's new to the show, thanks very much for joining me. What we do here is I take your requests, I will play some songs, pretty much anything that I've heard of, I'll give it a go. Sometimes it's better than others. Last week, Bat Out of Hell was good in parts, I think would be kind. Not so much in others though, but I will give anything a go for you if I know it. If I don't know it, then I won't, but I'll try it for the following week. We do our pop quiz hot shots with no Googling, remember, and that includes Bing or any other search engines. We've got a good one this week. I think it might be a bit easier this week because I've kind of stumped you the last couple of weeks, so hopefully this one's a bit easier. I've got a big announcement coming about who the next guest's going to be, so stay tuned for that. That'll be quite exciting. And I've got a brand new game. The quiz that I've done this week has given me an idea for a new game, but I can't tell you what that is until we get all the answers for the pop quiz, because it would actually give away some of the answers. But before we go any further, it is of course Friday night, which means it's time to open a beer or wine or beverage of your choice, ladies and gentlemen. Please do enjoy yourselves. It's your Friday night. This is a laid-back atmosphere. I won't tell anyone, alright? I also have my top fan on YouTube this week, who is, well, they're a top fan, but the last two letters are definitely appropriate once again. But before I do any of that, this is a live music podcast, so I should probably do some live music. What do you think, guys? Just before I do that, I'm going to check my comments here and see who we've got. Marion Simpson, hiya. Harry and Caroline, hi Harry and Caroline. Alan McMillan, good night's view. Graham Alltree, I don't know who Graham Alltree is, but anyway, hi. So good. So I'm going to do a wee song. This song's been rattling around my head because it's been used in a car advert at the moment. Is it a car advert? Some kind of advert on the TV anyway, and I can't get it out of my head. So I thought, I'm just going to do that tonight, and that'll maybe scratch the itch. So this is a song by the Bee Gees. It's been covered a few times, but this is my version of it to get started, and then we'll do the pop quiz. Have a think about some requests you want to do in the meantime, and then we will see where we are in about 3 minutes time, folks. There's a light, certain kind of light that never shone on me. I want my life to be, to live with you, to live with you. There's a way, everybody says, to do each and every little thing. But what good does it bring if I ain't got you? If I ain't got you, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody the way that I love you. In my brain, I see your face again. I know my frame of mind. You ain't got to be so blind, but I'm blind, so very blind. Now I'm a man, can't you see what I am? I live and breathe for you. But what good does it do if I ain't got you? If I ain't got you, baby, you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to love somebody, the way that I love you. I'll tell you, you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to love somebody the way that I love you. Thank you very much. Wee Bee Gees number. Wee bonus point tonight. If anybody can tell me what advert's that from just now. It's not part of the quiz, it's just annoying me because it's been rattling around my head and I thought I'm going to sing that tonight and hopefully that'll get it out my head. But it is, it's a great song by the Bee Gees. I'm just having a little look here. Lorraine McBurney, anything by Stevie Wonder? Certainly Lorraine, I'll come back to that. And we've got, somebody's written, replying to Richard Skeen, miracles do happen, you're here. Wow, this was after Richard Skeen was our top fan of non-YouTube-ness last week for his perseverance at leaving messages in the wrong place. But this week, hurrah! Well done, Richard. We'll have to take your top fan NY badge back off you, but that's a good thing. Well done. Okie dokie. So, I like to give you as much time as possible to try to get some of these pop quiz hotshot questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to visit Pop Quiz Hotshots with no Googling. Pop Quiz Hotshots. No Googling. That's right, Pop Quiz Hotshots, no Googling, remember. If you Google in a free online quiz with no prize, then you're essentially a scumbag, ladies and gentlemen. So please bear that in mind tonight. Don't Google, you waste it for yourself and you waste it for everyone else, and that's why you've got no friends. So, this is quite a good one, I think. It's some of these answers, there's 10 to get this week, you will race through, because some of them are really easy and really obvious, and then there's a couple on here that I think might take a bit longer to get. So this week, I am looking for, drum roll please, the top 10 acts in UK singles charts history. So this is the top 10 acts who have sold the most singles in the UK, who are not British or American. So we're looking for anyone who is not from the United Kingdom or the United States. And we're looking for the top 10 acts who have sold the most singles in UK chart history. Like I say, some big acts in here, some big names that you'll race through, I'm sure, and then one or two that might just surprise you, that might take you a little bit longer to get. So no Googling, remember, folks. That's your pop quiz hotshot for this week. Let me know in the comments section what you think. If you've got a request, put request. If you've got an answer for the pop quiz, put pop quiz, so I know what we're dealing with here. I'm just having a look here. Oh, a few people straight in with some answers. A couple of people, Neil Goldie and David Benzie, both straight in. And genuinely, I'm looking at the timestamp here. So Neil Goldie got in 9 seconds before David Benzie with ABBA, who are, of course, number one on our list. So, of course, they were. So, as I say, some big names there, some obvious names. ABBA was always going to be a top answer in this. So, there you go. Aha, Neil Goldie has said, Aha are not on the list. They did feature quite highly when I looked at this, but didn't quite make the top 10. Let's see what else we've got here. ABBA, yeah, we've had that. Alan McMillan straight in with U2. Again, another obvious one. Of course, U2 are in the top 10. They feature at number 4. So that's quite interesting if you think about it. Think how many big hits U2 have had and how many big hits ABBA have had. There are 2 acts in between ABBA and U2. So we're, as I say, I knew we would race through some of the obvious ones. Kenny Skeen, AC/DC. No, AC/DC are not a bad shout. They do have British members in the band, depending on what lineup, at what timeline you're looking. So I'm not sure we would have included them anyway. But the thing about AC/DC is they're primarily an album band. We spoke about this in the Greatest Hits album section that we did a couple of weeks back. They've had one of the biggest albums of all time, but not so much with the singles. This is the acts that have sold the most singles. Alex Simpson, Rolf Harris. You should be ashamed of yourself, sir. No, he's not on the list, and even if he was, we wouldn't be including him because he's got British citizenship. Lorraine McBurney, U2, Yep, we've had that. Harry Todd with a fabulous answer. I thought this was one that might fox some people, but this is the advantage of youth, ladies and gentlemen, because Harry Todd has come in with a great answer. David Guetta. So this might go much more quickly than I thought it would, because I thought that would be one that might fox you a little bit. But David Guetta straight in at number 10. So well done, Harry. Well played. We've had Olivia Neutron Bomb, David Stephen has said. No, Olivia Newton-John, interestingly, was high up the list, but I haven't included her because I didn't realise this, but she was actually born in England. Although she moved to Australia when she was a child. But yeah, Olivia Newton-John I didn't include for that reason. But Neil Goldie, who is proving himself to be quite the savant at this sort of thing, is in with another high answer. Kylie Minogue, of course Kylie's there. So Kylie's number 3 on our list. So we've got ABBA at number 1, Kylie Minogue at number 3, U2 at number 4, and then David Guetta, who is French, and at number 5. So I am going to do another request for now, let you have a little think about that. I had a request from Lorraine McBurney for a bit of Stevie Wonder. So I'll try a bit of Stevie. The last couple of weeks I've done Superstition and I've done I Wish. So I'll have a think about what we're going to do now. The more observant of you will have noticed that I'm using the Kindle this week because the laptop that I was using last week was very temperamental. So hopefully this will work a bit better. So let's have a little think about a Stevie song. I might just do Superstition again on the basis that I only did it last week. We had some technical issues, so I didn't do the full thing. So let's just have a wee look here. Yeah, let's do, or will we do, yeah, why don't we do that? Signed, Sealed, Delivered. Anybody who saw the episode when we had Gary Gregg on, and Gary sang this on the X Factor, got rave reviews. I might not get quite such rave reviews for this, but I'm going to try it anyway, alright. Let's put a bit of drums on this one for you guys. Dum like fool, that kind of tempo, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would say about 1, 2, 7, Disco Heaven. That's a rule of thumb, guys. If you hear a song that you think's a dance floor number, the beats per minute is probably about 127. No, that's too fast. There you go, made a fool of myself. But 127 Disco Heaven, they say. So that's much slower than that, actually, isn't it? There we go. That's about right, isn't it? And then let's go. 1, 2, 3, 2. Let's try this. In fact, you know what? I've just made a decision because I think this sounds more like the drums for Superstition, so I'm just going to do Superstition with this. Let's just do that one, see if I can remember it. Just when I put the drums on there, I thought that sounds much more like Superstition. So.
Very superstitious writings on the wall, seven superstitious status about to fall. A 30-month-old baby broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck, the good things in the past. When you believe in things that you don't understand, then you suffer. Superstition ain't the way. Very superstitious, ladders bound to fall. Very superstitious, ladders bound to fall. A 30-month-old baby way. There are superstitions, wash your face and hands. Very superstitious, do all that you can. A 30-month-old baby, I broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck, all the good things in the past. When you believe in things that you don't understand, then you suffer. Superstition ain't the way. Thanks very much. Superstition. Cheers. I've only sang that song about 3,000 times and I still managed to forget the words there, so just proving that it's live, folk. If it was too polished you wouldn't believe it was live, but it is live, so thanks for that. Superstition for Lorraine McBurney. Cheers. So I'm just having a wee look here. Charles as an avur. I don't know if that's a joke answer or not. That's from my dad, Alex Simpson. Charles as an avur. No idea. Fire Straits, David Benzie says. I think he means Dire Straits. I think that's maybe a joke. Again, if it is, I'm sorry, I don't get it. Pop quiz, aha, no aha, as we said, aren't there. Bryan Adams. Bryan Adams, of course, known as the Groover from Vancouver. And he is in at number 9. I guess he would probably get on this list because it's related to the singles charts. He would probably get on this list for, what's that song? Everything I Do It For You, Alone, because that was at number 1 for 1,001 years. So yeah, Bryan Adams, good one. Melanie Simpson was in with Bryan Adams as well. David Stephen, The Cranberries, no, not on the list. Neil Goldie, Celine Dion, another Canadian, eh? French-Canadian, of course, Celine Dion. She's number 8 on the list, so we're fairly getting through these. I thought we might. I thought this quiz was probably a bit easy this week, but as I say, I thought there might be 1 or 2 on it that would fox you, but I underestimated my audience yet again, folks, so well done. Let's just see here. Kylie Minogue, yep, we've had her. Quiz Bjork, no, not on the list. Savage Garden, no, not on the list. Boyzone and Westlife. Neil Goldie knows his boy bands and revealing a little bit too much about himself. But yes, Boyzone and Westlife, both on the list. Both Irish bands, of course, with huge chart success. So that leaves 2 answers to get. So as I say, I kind of thought this would happen this week, that would fairly race through them. But that's not a bad thing because, as I say, this gave me an idea for another competition that I'm going to start this week, so that's fine. So well done, guys, racing through these. I'll just get to the end of these comments. Bee Gees, no, again, I'm not kind of including it. I know that, again, they spent a lot of time in Australia. Crowded House, Men at Work, no, not there. Hi, you've got the wrong date on, lol. Have I put the wrong date on this broadcast? The 17th of July 20? No, I don't. It's shown on my screen as the 17th of July, so if I've got the wrong date on the podcast, apologies, folks. Michael Bublé, no. I was surprised, thought Michael Bublé might be up there again. I think he's more an album artist. Quiz Cher, no, Cher's American as far as I'm aware. Quiz The Cheeky Girls, no, that is a cheeky answer from Alan McMillan. David Stephen, Iggy Pop, no. In Excess, no. Westlife, we've had. Bryan Adams, we've had. Men at Work, Boyzone. The title having the wrong date confused me. That's weird that the title has the wrong date, because I think that's maybe if you're watching on YouTube, I suspect that's the case, because I think what might happen is YouTube sometimes just defaults to your last live podcast, so it might just be that. So apologies if it's showing the wrong date, but today is the 17th, so that's what you want. Olivia Newton-John, Rihanna, Neil Goldie with a great answer again. So Rihanna is the second biggest selling non-American or UK artist on this list. So we're only looking for 1 answer, guys, number 6. And I'm not giving any clues because you've raced through all the rest of them. Westlife we've had. Who else? Peter Andre, no. Enrique Iglesias, no. Again, he's got dual citizenship, so I didn't count him. This is only my criteria, folks, so again, you can argue with it if you want, but that's my criteria, that Enrique Iglesias is Spanish and American. He's got dual citizenship, so I didn't include him. Request, Gary Puckett and the Union Gap, Young Girl. I have no idea. Is that young girl, get out of my mind? Oh, and Alan McMillan in with another great answer. Boney M, massive in the 70s. So there you go. That has just taken 20 minutes and you've got them all. So as I say, I kind of thought this might happen. So I do have something else there. But well done. So you've nailed this pop quiz. Far too easy this week. But Boney M are the remaining answer in at number 6. So don't worry, I do have more things for you to ponder as the show goes on, because as I say, I've got another couple of things up my sleeve for you, so don't worry too much, guys. But I'm going to do another request there. Neil Goldie says he can't take all the credit. Cheryl is the fountain of knowledge here too. I think that Neil is doing some serious backtracking because he got Boyzone and Westlife back to back. I think he's now pretending that his wife's giving him the answers. We know the truth. Kenny Logan won Eurovision, he did, but he's not on the list. So yeah, Boney M were the last one, so well done, everyone. So, Young Girl, now this is not a song I know at all, so I will probably only do the chorus of this because it's as much as I'll know. This is an oldie for last week's top fan brackets NY, Richard Skeen. Young Girl by Gary Puckett and the Union Gap. I like to think of myself as being reasonably knowledgeable about music. I could not have told you that Gary Puckett and the Union Gap were a real thing, but there you go. So let's see this. I will do as much of this as I feel is necessary, alright? Have a think about more requests, guys, while I'm doing this. Young girl, get out of my mind. That seems awfully low, isn't it? Let's try it a bit high. Young girl. No, okay. Let's do this. Let's start. Young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. You better run, girl. You're much too young, girl. With all the charms of a woman. I've no idea how that goes. Kept the secret of your youth. You led me to believe you were old enough to give me love, and now it hurts to know the truth. Let's just do the chorus here. Young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. You better run, girl. You're much too young, girl. Young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. You better run, girl. You're much too young, girl. So that's as much of that as I know. That's quite a sinister song when you listen to the lyrics, isn't it? Oh, that's quite funny. I have just literally said, listen to those lyrics, and Dead End Old, Christopher Ross has said, check out those lyrics. Yes, all the lyrics are in the style of Jimmy Savile, or Rolf Harris, even as my dad mentioned earlier. There's a really unfortunate theme to the show tonight. Young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. You better run, girl. You're much too young, girl. That is pretty shocking. Anyway, read the second verse. I didn't get as far as the second verse. Beneath your perfume and makeup, you're just a baby in disguise. And though you know it's wrong to be alone with me, that come on look is still in your eyes. This is horrific. This is just... I am never doing that song again, and you should be ashamed of yourself, Richard Skeen. Absolutely ashamed of yourself. So let's never mention that again. I'm still looking for a few more requests, because as I say, we got through the quiz really quickly this week. So what time are we on? Nearly 8:30. My dad said, I am scum. I just googled Charles Aznavour. French. He died in 2018, aged 98, and had a UK #1 with She in 1974. So not only is my dad a scumbag who's Googling answers, he's Googling the wrong answers. If you're going to Google, at least get the right answer. That's terrible. Alright, so since no one else has put requests, I have said this before, that if people don't give me requests, then I will just sing Elton John or Billy Joel all night, so you kind of have to try to come up with something else, guys. But in the meantime, why don't I do your song? Just for all you lovely people. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man making potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. I sat on the roof and kicked off the moss. Well, a few of the verses, oh, they got me quite cross. But anyway, the thing is, what I really mean, yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. There you go. We better join there. Cool. All right. I think it's time that we could do Mbop by Hampson. People are just needing to get a grip of themselves. Okay. Request from Harry Todd, who has requested Drift Away. Great song. As I say, Dead End Old, also known as Christopher Ross, is here tonight at some point. And he sings this much better than me. But anyway, I'm going to do that. Oh no, we've got. I'll go back to the start because we've got a few requests in now. Beautiful South. You Keep It All In. I think that's a duet, isn't it? So I'll do a different Beautiful South one then, Muller. What Beautiful South song could I do? I did Song for Whoever the other week, so why don't I try? This is one of my favourite Beautiful South ones. This is called Old Red Eyes Is Back. And then I'll get through another couple of your requests, and then we'll do On This Day, and then I'll let you know about our big announcement. Wow, exciting stuff, I know. Sorry, I've got big fat fingers that this iPad doesn't like, I'm afraid. Old. I have to text like an old man now. Why are you doing this? Old red eyes is back. There you go. You know that way where kids just go with their thumbs, whereas I'm like an old man and I have to actually do it like this and go, aye, that old. Why is it doing that? This is plain silly buggers. Apologies. Okay. There we go. Old Red Eyes. I love this song. That's a song about an alcoholic, hence the title. Old Red Eyes is back. And it goes like something, hopefully like this. Old Red Eyes is back, still red from the night before. The night before, walked into the wrong bar, walked in the door. Old Red's in town, and sitting late at night, he doesn't make a sound, just adding to the wrinkles on his furrowed brow. They're only red from all the tears that I should have shed, yeah. They're only red from all the woman that I could have wed, yeah. So when you look into those eyes, I hope you realize they could never be blue. 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 Listen up, Old Red, you never listen to a word the doctor said. He said if you took one more, then you'd be dead. Old Red Eyes is back, his shoulders ache all over and his brain is sore. He pours a drink and listens to his body thaw. They're only red from all the thoughts unused inside his head, yeah. They're only red from all the things I could have done instead, yeah. So when you look into those eyes, I hope you realize they could never be blue. 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 Already died, and every single landlord in the district cried. An empty bottle of whiskey laying by his side. They can never be blue. 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 Old Red Eyes is back. There you go. Anything by the Beatles, cool, alright, we will do... Well, do you know, I've got a Beatles one coming up later for On This Day anyway, so stay tuned for that. Lionel, Dead End Alters requested. So this is a song that covers a couple of bases because Alan McMillan had requested a different Lionel Ritchie song, but I'll do this one because this is the one I know. It's been a while since I played this. I used to play this in a band with Christopher Ross. The band was, of course... Shung Tung Beige and the Smarfer Berries. We played up and down the world actually, playing songs like this one, folks. This is by Lionel Ritchie. Inside my mind, and in my dreams I've kissed your lips 1,000 times. I sometimes see you pass outside my door. Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes, I can see it in your smile. You're all I've ever wanted, and my arms are open wide, 'cause you know just what to say, and you know just what to do. And I wanna tell you so much, I love you. I long to see the sunlight in your hair, and tell you time and time again how much I care. Sometimes I feel my heart will overflow. Hello, I've just got to let you know, 'cause I wonder where you are, and I wonder what you do. Are you somewhere feeling lonely, or is someone loving you? Tell me how to win your heart, for I haven't got a clue. But let me start by saying I love you. Oh, I love you. Yes, I do. I wonder where you are, and I wonder what you do. Are you somewhere feeling lonely, or is someone loving you? Tell me how to win your heart, for I haven't got a clue. But let me start by saying I love you. And I really do, Chris. Cool, thanks very much, Lionel Ritchie. Not done that in a while. Cool. Richard Skeen never thought of it like that. I'm assuming he's talking about his last request. Mac the Knife, yeah, cool, we'll get around to that. Cover My Place, The Drifters, good one. Couple of Drifters requests there, so I'll get that. Cool. Oh, they're really coming in now. Okay. I can feel this deep in the black hole where my heart should be. Cheers, Xander. Thanks, Chris. That's. I know you've never truly been happy since we ended our relationship, but try. Anyway, Angel Eyes, Marty Pello. Oh wow, we're getting some good requests in now. Okay, so before I go into that, I think it's time that we look back in pop history on this day. There you go, on this day in pop history. So for any of you new to the show, we have a look back in pop history on this day to see who was born, what was popular on the charts, and just to give me a little bit of a prompt to see what songs I can do. So there's a couple of good ones here that I'm going to mention. On this day in 1959, Billie Holiday died. I didn't know anything about Billie Holiday, but I googled it just because I saw that she died in 1959. She died of liver failure secondary to alcoholism whilst in possession of heroin. That's hardcore. That's like no one in One Direction is dying because of that. Well done, Billie Holiday. And this day in 1967, the Beatles released one of their best known songs, which I'm going to just play for you because we had a request for a Beatles number, and this was released on this day in 1967. 1993. Now this blows my mind. This is the strange thing about time. When you're young, time goes differently from when you get older. Take That had their first number one on this day in 1993 with Pray. Also on this day in 1995, Robbie Williams left Take That. So that was like 2 years later. In my mind, like that was the take that lineup like for years. But it was like 2 years from the first number one to Robbie leaving. That's like if something happened in 2018, splitting up now, nobody would give a shit. But it's weird. 2 years. Anyway. And also in this day in 1941, a rock and roll legend was born, so I'm going to do a song by him as well. But first, I'm going to do the Beatles song. So this was released in '67. It was a non-album single, and it was one of the first. I think it was the first thing that was beamed around the world from Britain. It was like the pioneer of satellite, and every country had their own little thing that was beamed around the world. And we had the Beatles doing this. So sing along at home, folks. This is called All You Need Is Love. There's a wee French national anthem at the start. Let's see if I can remember that. No, let me try.
Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. There's nothing you can sing that can't be sung. There's nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. There's nothing you can know that can't be known. There's nothing you can see that can't be shown. There's nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. There's nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can save that can't be saved. Nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. 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 She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, 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 yeah.
All you need is love. And a house. And money. And beer, occasionally. So anyway. So yeah, as I say, that was 1967 that was released. And also on this day, as I say, a bit of a rock and roll legend was born. Spencer Davis was born on this day in 1941 of the Spencer Davis Group. They had a few hits, including this one, so this was probably their biggest hit. It was also featured in the Blues Brothers movie, and it goes something like, who knows, let's just see here. Gimme some lovin' in my old man texting style. There we go, the Spencer Davis Group. Alright, let's try this.
Spencer Davis, born this day in 1941. There you go. And just remember, folks, just another word on Billie Holiday. If you ever think that, you know, the rock and roll act that you like is really rock and roll and really sort of out there, just remember that Billie Holiday died of liver cirrhosis secondary to alcoholism whilst in police custody for possession of heroin. That takes a bit of beating. Okay, so where are we here? So yeah, a few more requests coming in. Let me just go back because we had a little surge of requests there. Mbop by Hanson, or Give Me Peace. Coming Over to My Place by the Drifters. I like that much better, and Dick Skeen has requested the Drifters as well. If we're really scraping the barrel by the end of the night, I'll look at the Hanson one. But my God, that's poor. That's love to hate territory, actually, which we have still to do this evening. Okay, what was I going to do? Come on over to my place, wasn't it? Come on over to my place. There you go. Oh, see, this is my big fat thumbs again. Come on over to my place. There you go. Good stuff. Alright, so this is what year was this released? 60s? Something. Anyway, okay, let's do this. No, let's do it. Little girl, let's try that with the reverb on even. Little girl, you look so lonesome. I see you're feeling blue. Ain't no use in staying at home. You know just what you should do. Come on over to my place. Hey girl, we're having a party. We'll be swinging, dancing and singing. Baby, come on over tonight. You don't need an address to find out where we'll be, 'cause you can hear the music playing halfway down the street. Come on over to my place. Hey girl, we're having a party. We'll be swinging, dancing and singing. Baby, come on over tonight. When we get tired of dancing, things are getting slow. That's the real best of time to turn the lights down low. Come on over to my place. Hey girl, we're having a party. We'll be swinging, dancing and singing. Baby, come on over tonight. Come on over to my place. We're having a party. We'll be swinging, dancing and singing. Baby, come on over tonight. Come on over to my place. Hey girl, we're having a party. We'll be swinging, dancing and singing. Won't you come on over tonight? There you go, wee bit of the Drifters. We got there in the end. Cool. Alright, what else have we got here? Oh, I'm still got the reverb on, apologies. The Proclaimers, I'm on my way, that's a good shout. We'll try that one, yeah. Okay, so I'm just having a look through here. Intro by Les Dawson. Yes, thank you for that, Kenny. It's live, pal. Thanks for joining me. This is actually the first weekend, officially, that you guys are joining me here on your Friday night when you could be in the pub. So that's actually a huge tribute to me that you'd rather be here in the pub than in the pub, folks. So thanks for that. I would also say that social distancing is not going to work in the pub, by the way, if you're thinking about that. If you know anything about drunk people, the one thing they can't do is keep a distance for you. They're right up in your shit all the time anyway, so why would you think that you can social distance? Anyway. Cool. Can you do a request? This is for my dad. Oh, this is nice. Can you do a request for my beautiful wee granddaughter? She was 1 yesterday. Yes, it was my daughter Robin's first birthday yesterday. And this was actually really cute. A wee bit of sentiment on the show now, alright? So I was going to mention this anyway, actually, because it was really cute. We were all sitting around and we'd sung Happy Birthday for Robin. And then my nephew Daniel, out of nowhere, just started singing this song, which is when the Red Robin comes bobbing along. God love him. And we just thought, oh, so we all joined in. It was awfully cute. He's only 7 and he loves his wee cousin. So anyway, so we'll do this one, When the Red Robin. Or we'll try and do it. I'll do as much of it again as I can. So I'll do just a bit of this. This is for my daughter who was 1 yesterday. Her name is Robin, by the way. When the red robin goes bobbing along, there'll be no more sobbing when he starts singing his own sweet song. Wake up, you sleepyhead, get up, get out of bed, rise up, the sun is red. Live, love, laugh and be happy. When I'm feeling blue, I'll go walking through fields of flowers. Rain may glisten, but I still listen for hours and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song. When the red robin goes bobbing along. When the red robin goes bobbing along. There'll be no more sobbing when he starts singing his own sweet song. He says, wake up, you sleepyhead, get up, get out of bed, rise up, the sun is red. Live, love, laugh and be happy. When I'm feeling blue, I'll go walking through fields of flowers. Rain may glisten, but I still listen for hours and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song. When the red robin goes bobbing along. There you go. So that's for my wee daughter Robin, who was 1 yesterday. Happy birthday, darling. She's watching this intently. She makes sure that she's sitting there. We are, got our remote control there so that she can get the volume up nice and high and stuff. So there you go. Thanks for that, guys. Mel, you should have stuck to him, but anyway, okay. Don't forget Angel Eyes by Marty Pello. Do you know, I'm not really sure of that. Something. Did you say the pub was open? Bye. Yeah, I shouldn't have reminded people, Okay, jokey. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, but on the back of the very quick quiz that you did, when I was doing this quiz this week, I was looking at all the different acts from different countries, and there was quite a few Irish people in there. There was U2, Westlife Boyzone. There was a couple of Canadians. There was, the same countries appearing time and time again. I thought, wouldn't it be interesting if you just had a look to see all the different countries that music acts had charted from in the UK? And then I had this idea. So that's why, starting this week on Facebook, I am going to be running, wait for it, this is very exciting, the World Cup of Music. There you go. How good's that? How exciting. So the World Cup of Music is going to work like this. I have managed, believe it or not, to find 32 different countries who have had acts who have charted in the UK. I'm including, just like in the World Cup, I'm including England, Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales as separate countries for this. And I've got the biggest act, or the most popular act, from 32 different countries who have all charted in the UK. I have drawn them out into 2 lots of 16, so that it all leads up to a final. In fact, I'll just bring up, this will probably be too small to see all the names on here, but I'm just going to show you the draw, folks. So there you can see, yes, this is a real thing. I have drawn out the World Cup of music. You can see all the acts there. As I say, it might be too small on your screen. Don't worry about it. We're going to post this on Facebook. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a music poll for each of these acts. So a Facebook poll, rather, for each of these acts. And it's going to be down to you guys who progresses to the next round. So I'm going to do a few matches each week. This is going to run over the next few weeks. And each week we'll eliminate someone based on your votes. And then we'll get it down to quarter-final, semi-final, and then, of course, the World Cup of Music final in a few weeks' time. So I thought this was a great idea. It may not transpire to be if you guys don't like it, but I think it'll be good fun. There's some quite obscure acts in there because I was kind of scraping the barrel to get 32 different countries. But there are some big acts in there as well, and I think as the competition gets down, we're going to see a bit of rivalry kicked into that. So the World Cup of Football is going to start this week on Facebook, and then I'll give you the results of the first round next week, and then we'll build it up from there. So I think that'll be quite good fun. I also had a big announcement to make this week about who our next guest act is. So after a little bit of back and forth, because as I said before, it's difficult at the moment, we're still unable to have people come to the house here to record. So it's all dependent on technology and things, but I have been in negotiations with one of the acts who did perform at our big charity show, and I am delighted to announce that this time next week, live in the Jammin Doctor podcast, we are going to have Barry Thomas. So really looking forward to that. For those of you who have heard Barry before, you'll know how good he is. He's absolutely brilliant, and he is going to be joining me by Skype with his guitar, doing some songs, taking your requests, playing our games, doing some chat. We're going to have a great time. If anybody saw the show with Gary Gregg, it's going to be similar to that, doing it over Skype with Barry Thomas. So what I've got for us now, just to whet your appetite for that and to give you a little break from me, for anyone who may have missed it, I've got Barry's performance of a Beatles classic that he did for us on the charity show. So I'll play this for you. It's only a couple of minutes long. It's got, because the charity show was all about Robin, this all ties together nicely actually, we had some photos interspersed with Robin, so there's actually some photos in there of Robin from a few months ago as well. So ladies and gentlemen, to whet your appetite for next week's show with Barry, I'm going to play you Barry Thomas from our Live in Your Living Room for Ronald McDonald House show. So here is Barry, guys.
Blackbird sing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird sing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, here through the light of the dark black night. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, here through the light of the dark black night. Blackbird sing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All my life you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive.
Barry Thomas here, super stuff. Some of you will remember him doing that from our show a couple of months ago. absolutely brilliant. For anybody, as I say, who has heard Barry, please spread the word, because he's got a great voice, as you see there, great guitarist, and a good laugh as well, so we'll have some fun on the show. And he has already divulged to me what his love to hate is. And if I tell you that it is even more controversial than last week's, which was David Bowie, now that proved controversial, and in fact, before I go any further with that, I want to just give you guys an update, because we did have a poll on David Bowie, because it was such a divisive one. And the last I checked, the poll was looking like this. So it looks as though people are not backing Melanie, who said that she loved to hate David Bowie. She thought he was creepy. I even included the creepy picture of him from Labyrinth. But no, people still edging on the side of loving him. 59% of you still loving David Bowie. So as I say, Barry's, believe it or not, is even more controversial, and it's actually something that I'm going to have to take a bit of exception to. It might get heated, is all I'm going to say. It could get confrontational. Luckily, we won't be in the same room, so it won't come to fisticuffs. But you know, we might have to settle it like men, put it that way, because it's quite a controversial choice. So, I'm coming back to your requests here. There was a couple of requests for a couple of different Eagles songs, neither of which I'm 100% sure of, so I'm going to do a different Eagles song. I quite like to, if I can't do a song for you, but the specific song, I do like to try maybe a different song by the same act. So this is by the Eagles, if I can remember this one. Let's see. Here we go.
Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out riding fences for so long now. You're a hard one, I know that you got your reasons. These things that are pleasing you can hurt you somehow. Don't you draw the queen of diamonds, boy, she'll beat you if she's able. You know the queen of hearts is always your best bet. Seems to me some fine things have been laid upon your table, but you only want the one you can't get. Desperado, I know you ain't getting no younger. Your pain and your hunger are driving you home. Oh, and freedom, whoa, freedom, that's just some people talking. Your prison is walking through this world all alone. Don't your feet get cold in the wintertime? The sun won't snow and the sun won't shine. It's hard to tell the nighttime from the day. You're losing all your highs and lows. Ain't it funny how the feeling goes away? Away, desperado. Why don't you come to your senses? Come down from your fences and open the gate. It might be raining, but there's a rainbow above you. You gotta let somebody love you. You better let somebody love you before it's too late. Desperado. So we
Eagles number, as I say. Apologies, not the Eagles number that you guys were after, but another wee Eagles number for you. Okay, so just scrolling through here. Where did we get up to with this? The Eagles. Yeah, somebody said. Yeah, and somebody said former Fault Entertainer of the Year, of course, Barry Thomas. As am I. I have to say he's in prestigious company. As is Gary Gregg. There you go. There's a theme again. Desperado is beautiful. Thank you, Xander. Thanks very much. That's lovely. You've been awfully nice to me tonight after that. Okay, so what I'll do now. This is personally my favourite section of the show. It's where I've already mentioned a bit. So you guys tell me what your guilty pleasures are, or what your the band that you just don't get that everybody else seems to rave about. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Love to Hate.
I love to hate you. I hate to love you. I love to hate you. I hate to love you.
There you go.
Hi, this is...
Oh, sorry, pushed the wrong button there. Anyway. So yeah, love to hate, hate to love. So this week we have got my good personal friend David Broderick, and a bit of a music aficionado because he has been a DJ for many years on hospital radio. So he knows what he's talking about when it comes to music, ladies and gentlemen. So you think that his opinion is going to be valid, and you know he's really going to know his stuff. How wrong you would be, because I'm now going to hand you over. David very kindly sent me a couple of short videos, one with his love to hate and one with his hate to love. So first of all, ladies and gentlemen, this is my good friend David Broderick with his, let me get this right now, I always get this the wrong way around, with his love to hate.
Hello. Who do I hate to love and love to hate? Good question. I am going to say that there's three people I love to hate, actually. Not people, groups, musical artists, whatever you want to call it. And I will say one of them just now, which is Van Morrison. Just don't get it. He's a grumpy little man. He seems to mumble all the time. And I just don't think his music's that good. Although Moondance is actually okay. I've got two others. I'll tell you later.
So there you go. So I cut Dave off in his prime here because we're going to hear his two others another time. But for now, Van Morrison. Now, I think this could be divisive as well, because I know that a lot of people love Van Morrison. He has written some great songs. Even Dave, even when he was saying how much he hates him, was acknowledging how good the song Moondance is. So I thought it might be copping out a little bit if I did Moondance to try and convince him. So I'm going to do another song by Van Morrison. I'm not going to do Brown Eyed Girl because, to be honest, now Brown Eyed Girl is one of those songs that it's not actually a terrible song. It's just so overdone that I hate it because I've played it in every band I've ever been in. And I think it's done by every pub band everywhere, so people get fed up with it. So I'm not going to do that either. I'm going to do a song that he recorded himself, but was a bigger hit for Rod Stewart. So this is a beautiful song by Van Morrison. If this doesn't change your mind, David, then I don't know what's going to, alright?
Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one else above you? Fill my heart with gladness, take away all my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. Morning sun in all its glory greets the day with hope and comfort too. You fill my life with laughter, somehow you make it better, ease my troubles, that's what you do. There's a love that's divine, and it's yours and it's mine like the sun. At the end of the day, we should give thanks and praise I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one else above you? Fill my heart with gladness, take away all my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. It's a love that's divine, and it's yours and it's mine, like the sun, like the sun. At the end of the day, we should give thanks and praise to the one, oh, to the one. Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one else above you? Fill my heart with gladness, take away all my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. There you go. Wee bit of Van Morrison there. To try to convince David Broderick. I don't know if I've convinced anyone or not. But there you go. I think that's a good song. He's got a couple of good songs. I'm not a huge fan. I'm kind of indifferent in this one, but let me know what you guys think. It's Van Morrison. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Let me know in the comments section what you think. Harry Todd says, my hate to love is Backstreet Boys because no one really listens to them anymore and are considered uncool. That may be true, but you need to speak to my friend Robert McEwen. He still listens to them, let me tell you. They might just be his favourite band of all time. And don't forget, Backstreet's back, alright? I might do that one week, actually. So that's David Broderick doing his, I always get this the wrong way around, his love to hate. His hate to love to me is even more controversial. So I'm now going to hand you back to David Broderick for his hate to love.
Hate to love. That's a bit trickier. I suppose we're looking for something that's vaguely embarrassing. Not very cool at all. But like myself. Let's see. The Snooker song. The Rabbit song. Rabbit, rabbit, yep, yep. Then I heard There Ain't No Pleasing You. The wonderful majesty that is Chaz and Dave. The strings, the piano, the beards, the banter. Love it.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Chaz and Dave. Confusingly, that was Dave, but not Dave from Chaz and Dave. So Chaz and Dave, but not just any old Chaz and Dave song. As he specifically said, not Snooker Loopy. He specifically said, not the Rabbit song, Rabbit, Rabbit. But Ain't No Pleasing You by Chaz and Dave. Now, this was a completely new one for me, alright? I couldn't have told you a third Chaz and Dave song. I could have told you Snooker Loopy, and to be honest, without being prompted, I probably couldn't even have remembered about the Rabbit song. But this is another Chaz and Dave song. So this, in my opinion, well, I won't. You know, I'm not going to influence you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to play this one. Where is it? And I'll let you make your own minds up about this. Okay, this is Chaz and Dave with a song called "Ain't No Pleasing You." Here we go.
Cared about me, now I've seen should have known it all along, oh darling. There ain't no pleasing you. You only had to say the word, you knew that I'd do it. You had me where you wanted me, but you went and blew it. Now everything I ever done was only done for you, but now you can go and do what you wanna do. I'm telling you, 'cause I ain't gonna be made to look a fool no more. You done it once too often, what do you take me for? Oh darling, there ain't no pleasing you. Now if you think I don't mean what I say and I'm only bluffing, well, you got another thing coming, I'll tell you that for nothing. Oh darling, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh darling, there ain't no pleasing you. Chaz and Dave. So there you go. That was a completely new one on me, folks. Let me know what you think of that in the comment section. I'd never heard that song before. I have sang already. This is the 5th week I've done this show, and obviously I've performed countless times in various bands throughout the years. That might just be the worst thing. No, One Direction last week was still worse. One Direction's still worse than Chaz and Dave. Let me know what you think in the comment section, guys. That could be another one to go to the poll, because that's a bit controversial. I love Dave Broderick, says Alan McMillan. I thought that would be down your street. Love Chaz and Dave, says Katrina Shaw. Well, Chaz and Dave proving more popular than I thought they might. There you go. So I take it all back. Chaz and Dave, the musical geniuses. Of course, one of them passed away recently. I can't remember if it was Chaz or Dave, but anyway. The musical genius of Chaz and Dave, ladies and gentlemen. Lorraine says, "You're cool, Dave." Yes, Dave is just that cool, folks. Okay, so I'm just looking through the requests here, because there were a few dead end old. Couldn't get one erection between them, what, Chaz and Dave? I'm wondering how you know that. Who does your research? Anyway, I'm going to look back through, because I think there were a couple of requests that I didn't get around to. My dad says, my mammy says she loves Chaz and Dave. Oh, well, there you go. Oh, listen, I take it all back. Okay, Chaz and Dave are second only to One Direction in the world of whatever it is they do. I think I had a request for the Proclaimers earlier. Not the Proclaimers song that everybody does. It's quite interesting, because this will be my 3rd week playing a Proclaimer song, and none of them have actually been 500 miles. Which is pretty good going, because, again, a bit like Brown Eyed Girl, there's nothing wrong with it as a song, but it's just done so much that it gets a bit repetitive. So this is a different Proclaimers one. So let's see this now. What kind of tempo are we talking? Who knows? Who cares? Let's try this. Maybe a wee bit faster than that. That'll do. Now, I'm just trying to do this on the fly. I'm on my way from misery to happiness today. Yeah, I'm on my way from misery to happiness today.
you receive up yonder is what you gave to me the day I pondered. I'm going to put the tempo up a wee bit in this because it's a wee bit slow in it. That's a bit better, let's try that. I took a right turning yesterday. Yeah, I took a right turning yesterday. Yeah, I took a road that brought me to your hometown. I took the bus to streets that I could walk down. I walked the streets to find the one I looked for. I climbed the stairs that led me to your front door. And now that I don't want for anything, I'll have a Jolson sing. I'm sitting on top of the world. I'll do my best, I'll do the best to do the best I can. Yeah, I'll do my best, I'll do the best to do the best I can. Yeah, to keep my feet from falling from the ground, dear. To keep my heart from jumping through my mouth, dear. To keep the past and not the present. To try and learn when you teach me a lesson. And now that I don't want for anything, I'll have Bob Jolson sing. I'm sitting on top of the world. I've done my way from misery to happiness today. Yeah, I'm on my way from misery to happiness today. Yeah. I'm on my way from what I want from this world. And years from now, we'll make it to the next world. And everything that you receive up yonder is what you gave to me the day I wondered. I'm on my way to what I want from this world. And years from now, we'll make it to the next world. And everything that you receive up yonder is what you gave to me the day I wondered. There you go, wee bit of the Proclaimers. Started a bit slow, but needed a little bit of, spruce. A little bit of spruce in it. There you go. Thanks very much for that. Lorraine McBurney request Caledonia. My dad request American Trilogy. Okay, so there's a wee story to this. I as I said before, played in bands for a long time and things, and have played in pubs and clubs and some dives, mostly dives. And towards when I was in medical school, I was kind of just doing it for the money, to be honest. I'd kind of fallen out of love with it a wee bit, and it was just a bit soul-destroying playing in these tiny wee pubs that nobody came to see in, and it was all a bit garbage. So anyway, I used to try to have a bit of fun. Whenever I sang this song, I can't really do it here because I don't have the room, but I used to do my Elvis, and I used to do my karate chops, Elvis style. And people used to really enjoy it. My dad used to come to my gigs, because he was my roadie. That's what he would say. He would say that he was my roadie. Now, what he would actually do is he would come with me in the car. I would drive to wherever we were going. He would come with me in the car, and then arrive carrying the lightest bag possible that had one cable in it or something. And then he would park himself down and sit and get pissed out his brain listening to me singing. And then I would load up the car at the end of the night. I'd have to load him into the car as well, and then I would drive him home. So that was my dad's Saturday night out. So I think that he misses that. So this is his way of reliving that. So I'm going to do American Trilogy for my dad, and then I'll do a wee bit of Caledonia for Lorraine McBurney. So here's now. Shall I risk the Elvis mask? What do we think? Last time I tried this, I couldn't see a thing out of it. So I vowed I would never do it again. But I don't know. It looks so cool that it might just be worth persevering with. Let me just see if I can see anything out of it. No, can't see a thing. No point. Genuinely cannot see a thing out of that. So
There we go. Elvis has left the building, folks, but I'm going to do my Elvis in this one. Unfortunately, there will be no karate moves tonight for health and safety reasons.
Oh, I wish I was the land of cotton. Oh, times they're not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Sing it, fellas. Oh, I wish I was in Dixie, away, away. In Dixieland I'll take my stand to live and die in Dixie. For Dixieland, where I was born, Lord, one frosty morn. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. You know your daddy bound to die. But oh, all my trials, Lord, will soon be over. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. His truth is marching on. Too much.
Thank you. So, cool. So that was American Trilogy for my dad. Sorry there were no karate chops, everybody. I do apologise for that. Okay. So we've got a few more good requests actually. So Caledonia we mentioned. So Bruce Springsteen, Dancing in the Dark. I'll give it a bash. Kenny Rogers, The Gambler, great song. Marion Simpson. So before I do any of that, what I'm going to do now is, of course, pay tribute to the person this week who's gone above and beyond in their contribution to the Jammin Doctor podcast.
the person who has excelled themselves in one way or another. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for my top fan, non-YouTube. So, as you will know, the first couple of weeks, Alan Millen romped this. Then he had a bit of an off week last week, to be honest, but that will let him away because I know that he was busy that week. But I thought that Richard Skeen deserved it last week for his outstanding contribution to sending messages to the wrong place. Well done, Richard. I have to take my hat off to him, though. I couldn't give him it again this week because he has redeemed himself and he's posting everything in the right place. So this week, I've decided that my top fan, non-YouTube, is going to be none other than my sister, Melanie Simpson. And I'm going to tell you for why, ladies and gentlemen. Melanie is an avid watcher of the show. Thanks, sis. I appreciate your contribution. And lots of you will know that she even contributed to the Love to Hate section last week. And I really appreciate your efforts. She did, however, send me 2 videos. One was the one that we used. The second one, or the other one that she sent, which she actually sent first, she said, oh, don't use that one, I think I ramble on a little bit. It was actually fine. But there was one thing right at the start of it that jumped out at me. Now, let's see if you can notice what this is, alright? I'm just going to play just the very start of this.
Hi, this is my nomination for the Love to Hate section of the Jammin Doctor.
Sorry, what's the name of the show that your brother does, that you're watching right now? Just remind me again.
Hi, this is my nomination for the Love to Hate section of the Jammin Doctor.
No, I think I misheard there because it sounded like you said the Jammin Dodger. But you know that the show's called the Jammin Doctor because that's the whole, I'm a doctor, I'm jamming, that's the play on words, that's the whole pun that the entire show is based on. So you know that I'm a doctor, you're my sister. I mean, you obviously know that the show's called the Jammin Doctor. I mean, the logo's in the corner of the screen. You know that it's not called the Jammin Dodger though, don't you?
Hi, this is my nomination for the Love to Hate section of the Jammin Doctor.
Nope, Jammin Dodger, she's sticking with that, and I actually thought that she had just misspoke at the time, and then when she was here yesterday for Robin's birthday, she said that again, and I thought she thinks that this show is actually called the Jammin Dodger. She has completely missed the entire point of the pun that makes up the title of this show. Completely. I did not go to medical school for 5 years to be called a Dodger. So for that reason, and that reason alone, ladies and gentlemen, this week's top fan, non-YouTube, Melanie Simpson, we salute you. Thanks very much, Mel, and I am now going to have a little look through. So where we were in the requests there, somebody had put in something that I was going to do. Caledonia, that was it. So I'll do a little bit of Caledonia. I did this just last week, so I'll just do a little bit of it for now. This is written by Dougie McLean. I don't know if you can see changes that have come over me. These last few days I've been afraid that I might drift away, 'cause I've been telling old stories, singing old songs, take me back to where I belong. And that's the reason why I seem so far away today. So let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia's been calling me, now I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Now I have moved, kept on moving, proved the points that I needed proving. Lost some friends I needed lose, made others on the way. Now I have cried, kept on crying, stolen dreams, yes, there's no denying. I traveled far with pigeons flying somewhere on the world. So let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia's been calling me, now I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, it would make me more than sigh. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Caledonia. That's for Lorraine McBurney, folks. Thanks for that one, Lorraine. Nice wee one. So where were we now? Dancing in the Dark. The Gambler. I'll do the Gambler first because I actually know that one. That's a great wee song by Kenny Rodgers. My little bit of pop trivia about Kenny Rodgers, and I swear this is true. It's not really pop trivia. It's just a bit of trivia about Kenny Rodgers. Is that in America, he's a much bigger star than he is here. Obviously, he's a big star here, but in America, he's a really big star because country music's so big there. And in fact, he's such a big star that he's got his own chain of restaurants, and they're a bit like KFC type thing. You know, they're the fried chicken chain. And I swear to God that the name of his fried chicken chain is Kenny Rodgers Roasters. True story. So that's a bit fast again, so let's do this. Yeah, Kenny Rodgers Roasters. You know, just saying. So I'm going to get this made up. Let's try this. Summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to speak, so we took turns at staring out the window to the darkness. As boredom overtook us, he began to speak. He said, "Son, I made life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of aces. For a drink of your whiskey, son, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette, and he asked me for a light. Then the night got deadly quiet, and his face lost all expression. He said, "If you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done." Now every gambler knows the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away and knowing what to keep. 'Cause every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser, and the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. Now when it finished speaking, he turned back toward the window, stood at his cigarette and drifted off to sleep. But somewhere in the darkness, the gambler, he broke even, and in his final words I found news that I could keep. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be Thanks very much. That's Kenny Rodgers. Cool. Alright, just having a little look through to see... Bruce Colston. Richard Skinner's written, Bruce Clouston. You're nearly as good as he was. I have no idea that who was. He's an old Bathgate legend. There you go, if anyone's from Bathgate. Melanie Simpson, that's it. I am moving stream. Chris Ross, what's the name of your stream? Well, even if he told you, you'd probably end up getting it wrong, Mel, so what's the point in that? Okie dokie. Mel's written, it's because you're a soap dodger. Okay. Waterboys, Hole of the Moon. And request Travis, why is it always raining on me? There's a couple of good ones. Alright, I'll try that one. So again, these are a couple of new ones on me, but that's what I do in this show. So let's try Hole of the Moon by the Waterboys for Neil Goldie. He's one of our best quizzers, so I should really do one of his requests. By the Waterboys in the early 90s, I want to say. Not entirely sure when that came out, but I'll do a bit of this because I think this is quite a long song, so I'll just do as much of it as I feel I need. Alright, let's try this one.
I pictured a rainbow. You held it in your hand. I had flashes, but you saw the plan. I wandered out in the world for years, while you just stayed in your room. I saw the crescent, you saw the whole of the moon. Turnstiles with the wind at your heels. You stretch for the stars and you know how it feels to go too far, too soon. You saw the whole of the moon. I was grounded while you filled the skies. I was dumbfounded by truths. You cut through lies. I saw the rain-dirty valley. You saw Brigadoon. I saw the crescent. You saw the whole of the moon. The whole of the moon. I spoke about wings. You just flew. I wondered, I guess then I tried. You just knew. I sighed. But you swooned. I saw the crescent. You saw the whole of the moon. The whole of the moon. With a torch in your pockets and the wind at your sails. You climbed the ladder. You know how it feels to get too high, too far, too soon. You saw the whole of the moon. The whole of the moon. Unicorns and cannonballs, palaces and piers, trumpets and towels, wide full of tears, flags, rags, ferry boats, seminars and scars, for every precious dream and vision underneath the skies. Yes, you climbed on the ladder with the wind at your sails. You came like a comet, blazing your trails. Too high, too far, too soon. You saw the whole of the moon. The whole
good request. Thanks for that, Neil Goldie. That was a good one. And then Travis, Why Does It Always Rain on Me? Another one that I've not done in years, but yeah, I used to know this vaguely, so let's do that one. We're getting good requests in tonight, guys. Why does it always rain on me? Because you're from Glasgow would be the answer to that one, Fran, but there you go. Rain on me. So here we go. So this came out, I want to say 20 years ago-ish. So this is... Alright, let's try this one.
I can't sleep tonight. Everybody's saying everything is alright. Still I can't close my eyes.
Hang on, that's not right. These chords are all wrong. Give me a second, guys. Apologies for that. That is definitely wrong. It happens. Okay, let's try again.
I can't sleep tonight. Everybody's saying everything is alright. Still I can't close my eyes. Seen the tunnel at the end of all of these lights. Sunny days, where have you gone? I get the strangest feeling you belong. Why does it always rain on me? Is it because I lied when I was 17? Why does it always rain on me? Even when the sun is shining, I can't avoid the lightning. I can't sleep tonight. Everybody's saying everything is alright. Still I can't close my eyes. Seen a tunnel at the end of all of these lights. Sunny days, where have you gone? I get the strangest feeling you belong. Why does it always rain on me? Is it because I lied when I was 17? Why does it always rain on me? Even when the sun is shining, I can't avoid the lightning. No, where did the blue skies go? And why is it raining so cold? So cold. I can't sleep tonight. Everybody's saying everything is alright. Still I can't close my eyes. I'm seeing a tunnel at the end of all of these lights. Sunny days, oh, where have you gone? I get the strangest feeling you belong. Why does it always rain on me? Is it because I lied when I was 17? Why does it always rain on me? Even when the sun is shining, I can't avoid the lightning. Oh, where did the blue skies go? And why is it raining so cold? So cold. Why does it always rain on me? Is it because I lied when I was 17? Why does it always rain on?
Thanks very much, wee bit of Travis. Not heard that one in a while, let alone played it for a while. Thanks for joining me once again, guys. I've had a really good time tonight. Hope you have too. It's 5 to 10. It's near the end of the show. We've had some great requests. You rattled through the pop quiz. I thought you might, but it was a set-up to the World Cup of music that I'm going to start. So just vote in that. Vote really simple. Just vote in your favourite act out the two that are on. I'll post the whole schedule, the whole draw, as it were, and you can let me know what you think of it. We'll do a few each week, build up to the World Cup final in a few weeks' time. But so far, it's just going to be the last 16. So there'll be a few obscure names in there, but a few big names as well. As I say, thanks. I always say this, but I really do mean it. That it is very humbling that you guys have chosen to spend your Friday night with me, because I know that you could be, as I say, you literally could be in the pub right now. But you're with me, so thanks so much. I will be here next Friday again at 8 p.m. Going forward after next Friday, I might have to change the days a little bit around pending my working shifts, because I will be back at work hopefully sooner rather than later once all this shielding is done. But until then, I'm going to leave you with a song that I don't really know, which is always dangerous. Leave them on a high is what you're supposed to do, but I'm going to try to leave you with something that I've never played before. This is a request from, I think, Alan McMillan. It's Dancing in the Dark by Bruce Springsteen, so I'll give this one a wee try, and we'll see how we get on. Once again, after this song, I'll play the credits will roll and it'll be goodbye, so thanks very much for joining me once again. I'm Xander, this is the Jammin Doctor live music podcast. So, before I go, it will be Bruce Springsteen to finish the night, Dancing in the Dark. So switch all your lights off and dance to this one, guys. So let's just see what we've got here. This is quite fast as well, isn't it? I think. So let's try. It's that kind of tempo, isn't it? Da 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 da. Bit faster than that. Da 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 da. That's maybe a bit right there. Okay, we'll try this. This could be a disaster to finish the night. But let's just see. I get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. I come home in the morning, I go to bed feeling the same way. Get nothing but tired. Man, I'm just tired, bored with myself. Hey there, baby, I could use a little help. You can't start a fire, can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire, even if we're just dancing in the dark. The message is getting clearer, radio's on and I'm moving around the place. I check my look in the mirror, I wanna change my clothes, my hair, my face. Man, I'm getting nowhere, just living in a dump like this, and then I'm doing somewhere. Oh baby, baby, just like this. You can't start a fire, can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire, even if we're just dancing in the dark. Streets of this old town, and they'll be carving you up all night. They say you gotta stay hungry. Hey baby, I'm just about starving tonight. I'm down to get some action. Sick of sitting around here trying to write. I need this book of reaction. Come on baby, give me just one look. Can't start a fire when you're crying over a broken heart. This gun's for hire, even if we're just dancing in the dark. You can't start a fire, can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire, even if we're just dancing in the dark. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Even if we're just, let's do the chorus one more time. Can't start a Can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire. Even if he's just dancing in the dark. 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 Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for all your requests. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for enjoying yourself. I will be here next Friday at 8 p.m, same time, same place. And keep your eyes on the Facebook page for all the fun happening. But for now, my name is Xander. This is The Biscuit Tin. I am the Jammin Doctor, and I will see you next week. Thanks, guys. Bye.
The doctor will see you now.